Shalom, this is Shalomah from the Great Millstone, Atlanta Camp. Before I get started in this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace, safety, much love, and blessings to the elect of Israel. And as you see on the screen, I'm going to go into the ocean pollution, which when Esau Edom, Esau being the so-called white man, the biblical name Esau Edom, who are the Edomites. When they run out of space of dumping their trash, they send it out to the ocean. They of course, landfills can only do so much. Recycling only goes so far, but most trash that gets thrown away ends up in the ocean. If you ever saw like a flash flood or a flood, when it rains, if you have like a stream or a creek or something nearby you, and that thing swells up, it picks up a lot of trash from like off the side of the roads, and the water, the flood actually brings it into the runoff to that creek. That creek may flow into a river, and that river may go all the way down to to the Atlantic Ocean or something. So there's many different ways how trash get in the ocean, but a lot of times Esau Edom is just dumping it in there. But of course they're not gonna say that in here, but that's what he does. There's actually a whole island of trash in the Pacific Ocean. They call it the garbage patch. But before I get into the article, this is Revelations chapter 11 verse 18. It says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear the name, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, small and great. And this is the main point. And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. So with that reward, that the man that's doing this work, that's prophesying and that's teaching, we're going to receive a reward at the same time. Esau Edom is going to receive a reward for all the wickedness and all the filth that he's done to the earth. So, hey, he that destroyed the earth is going to be destroyed. And through all the scriptures, it lets you know clearly who it is. The one that's in control of everything today, Esau Edom. The wicked. That's why everything is out of order, upside down. You got wars all over the place. You got crime all over the place, violence, because the people are upset about who's ruling. There are no Israelites ruling nowhere. And you may have some that's in in like Congress or House or something, in the Senate, or you may have like someone that's a leader of a small area. They still not running anything. Everything is being ran by Esau Edom. But I'm gonna go into this article real quick. It says ocean pollution is widespread, worsening, and pose a clear and present danger to human health and well-being. But the extent of this danger has not been widely comprehended until now. Our recent studies provide the first comprehensive assessment of the impacts of ocean pollution on human health. By the way, this is an article from, it looks like Maritime. It is exclusive.com. So down here they go into all of the different type of pollutions that's in the ocean. It says ocean pollution is a complex mixture of toxic metals, plastics, manufactured chemicals, petroleum, urban and industrial waste, pesticides, fertilizer, pharmaceuticals, chemicals, agricultural runoffs, and sewage. More than 80% arise from land-based sources, and it reaches the oceans through rivers, runoffs, uh, deposition from the atmosphere, where airborne pollutants are washed into the ocean by rain and snow, and direct dumping, such as pollution from wastewater treatment plants and discarded waste. Ocean pollution is heaviest near coasts and most highly concentrated along the coastlines of low-income and middle-income countries. So this devil is actually like it was like it said up there in the article, is direct dumping from different large factories and large corporations. You know, they figure that it's easier to drive it down to the ocean and just throw it in the ocean instead of, you know, trying to get it recycled, send it through a landfill and all of those things. But it's really, well, it's the plastic too, but a lot of the chemicals that's going into the ocean are showing up in our food. I'm gonna see if I can get that. That was really the main thing I wanted to get in this article. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna highlight it. That's the main thing I wanted to get. It says these chemical-laden particles enter the food chain and accumulate in fish and shellfish, which, you know, we can eat. It's okay to eat fish out of the ocean, but the Lord told us, you know, with anything with fins and scales. So, of course, you know, they have shellfish up there. Yeah, shellfish have a lot of toxins in them. A lot of toxins, and those toxins come from stuff like this, from waste being thrown into the ocean. Because you have animals. The Lord told us not to eat those things for a reason. You know, they eat, a lot of them eat a lot of the trash and things that's at the bottom of the ocean. You know, a lot of bacteria that's floating around in the ocean. Certain things like shrimp, you know, different bottom feeders, they eat that stuff up and keep it clean. But, you know, you got Esau Edom taking those animals out of the ocean and selling them to restaurants and in stores for people to eat. They only supposed to be being eaten. They supposed to be there to help, you know, keep the ocean clean. But hey, this devil has just destroyed the whole planet to the point where if it continues like this, it won't even be inhabitable. You know, this why they trying to what they call it, depopulate the earth to a 500. What did Gates say? 500 million. Those 500 million, especially the Edomites, will still continue to destroy this place. You know, the world is made for billions and billions of people, but, you know, the way Esau wants to run everything is not made for that many people. You know, but if everybody was in line with the way that, you know, Yahweh Shah set everything up, it'll be perfect. It says when humans eat seafood contaminated with materials, we ingest millions of microplastic particles and the many chemicals they carry. Though there's still debate on the harm to humans from microplastics, exposure to these chemicals increase the risk of all the diseases that they cause. And the main disease that they cause is cancer. And cancer is knocking off everybody, different ages. It's not just old people. Yeah, I see a lot of people in their 40s and their 50s with cancer. I've seen children, 10, 11 years old with cancer, brain cancer. But it says, we're just pretty much saying that everybody has these microplastics in their body, and if that's the case, by being in the seafood, that means that we all anyone out there can catch cancer. Not only do you have it in your food when it's made, all the chemicals that you see in the ingredients, but then you can't even go to the ocean and catch you a nice size whatever and take it home and cook it, because it's still contaminated. But go back to Revelations real quick. Revelations 18 and verse 5, it says, "For her sins have reached unto the heaven, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushua had remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, in the cup which she filled to her double." And that's talking about Babylon the Great, which is ran by Esau Edom. Babylon being United States of America, Esau Edom being the so-called white man. They're going to have to pay for everything that they've done, not only to the Israelites, but the earth also. The animals, they're knocking down so many. First of all, you got abandoned buildings out here. And instead of Esau taking those abandoned buildings and turning it into a new factory or whatever, or a new store, he'd rather go out, knock down trees, and build one up right next to a river. Now you're running away all these different animals, deer, raccoons. I see more roadkill than ever, because in this particular area there's a lot of building up, and the animals are. And my old house before I moved, it was deer like walking through the neighborhood like it was nothing. Just like you see a squirrel or a neighborhood cat, there would be deer just chilling in the neighborhood. It was nothing for me to go outside and see a deer in my front yard. And it was like that because that particular area, they knocked down one large forest area right next to the Yellow River to build, I believe it was a park, and then they knocked down another part of it next to the same river a couple of miles away to build townhouses. So where did those animals go? They went into the neighborhoods. They didn't have anywhere else to go. Because Esau just want to, do things without thinking about consequence. But hey, everything that you're doing, there's a consequence behind it. The sins have reached into the heavens, and you gotta drink double of the cup that you fill. And the Lord is just not being mean when it comes to Esau Edom. Esau deserved it. Everything that come to him. Just like we deserved everything that we did, the Lord was righteous for everything that he did to Israel. When it comes from us losing our home to being, put into slavery and having our heritage beat out of us, we deserve what we did, what we got. So Esau think that he can continue to live and destroy everything, but hey, he has he has to he has to pay for what he's done. Let me get one more scripture, then I'm gonna end this in Isaiah chapter 14, and this is not what I wanted to get, but this is a good one. Isaiah chapter 14 and 17. It says, "He that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the houses of his prisoners." And that he is talking about the wicked Esau, Edom. Because up here it says, "I will ascend above the heights of the clouds." In verse 14, "I will be like the Most High," and that's talking about the so-called white man. But when you go up, this is what I wanted to get right here. It says, verse 6, "He who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth." Hey, that's gonna be that reward that this Esau has to pay back from destroying everything. It says, "The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing." Verse 8, "Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, Since thou art laid down, no fellow is come up against us." Man, that's a damn shame that the earth can't even rest until your destruction comes. You actually have to be destroyed for the earth to go into rest and get back to its original form. But hey, that's how the Lord set you up to be the wicked. But now, that reward is going to come, which is that cup that's going to be filled double. Hey, have at it. You worked for it. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I pray that this was edifying. But yeah, once again, this article is going into the pollution in the ocean and this how it's in our food. So like I said, I pray that this was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught us his truth. And shalom to the elect.